state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Foles. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Slam, slam, slam.
51, Sub. Hey, Sub.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Foles. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Come on now.
2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry. Wait! Got it. Bang, bang! 51, South!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Switch up, switch up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll toss it to Fournette, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Got it.
Check 52. 40's mine. 40's mine.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Freeman the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They run. Devontae Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready, 280.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
Hey, wait.
Get him.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
25, sit up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Freeman. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready, blue 80, back 25.
Let's go. Watch the ship.
Hey, express.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Ready to go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 12-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. 20.
Check Mike.
Bravo.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 40's the Mike. Squeeze.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Down. Ready. Blue 80. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it. Hey, check.
40's the Mike. 40's the Mike.
Hey, orbit.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Great.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now Ryan on 1st down. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Space. We got motion. Back up. Mike's 40.
Throwing again, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
My 40, my 40. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. And now running right through it. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Looking to throw on second down. Foles And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him work?
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively, put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike.
Ryan, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey. 4 down.
Smooth.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Freeman again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready, line 25.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
Ready to go.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Again, it's Smith. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, 65. Check. 65. Hey, south. Check. 54, south.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's got room. Gets past him at the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Ready. 280.
Mike 40.
Base.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
51, south. Got.
He's coming.
Five.
Mike 40.
Here's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Ready, blue 80. Check.
Rep. 40's Mike.
Go.
Mike 40. Know your job.
Check.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Foles throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cole. 23 yards on the play. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here, and the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good, and that will get them one closer. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Pin the mirrors back and go full. Hey, free play.
Hey, South.
Check back.
On on the counter, Devontae Freeman. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Ready. Squeeze. Let's go. Strong right. 22. Strong right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Get up.
To throw on third down. Ryan looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded just inside the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Foles. And throw right side complete to Parker. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Foles. He's going to let it fly. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Parker the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's go!
Back to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll get the first-rounder, Caleb McGarry, there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel-downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Falcons on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 18, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Atlanta, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.